Hello guys, from Plant Reviews. Today is 2nd of August and I'm talking now about Platycodon grandiflorus, the balloon flowers. The name Platycodon comes from the Greek plateus, that means wide or flat, and codon, that means bell, while the species grandiflorus comes from the Latin word grandis, meaning big or grand, and florus, meaning flower. So would be the wide bell, big flower. Well, and actually the flower, it is quite big indeed, especially if you compare it with the leaves. It is about 5-6 centimeters wide. It is and also it is a very beautiful blue lilac color in the wild species, as in the plant I am cultivating. The species is a herbaceous flowering perennial plant and belongs to the family Campanulaceae, and is the only member of the genus Platycodon in this family. The Campanulaceae is the family of the bell flowers. It is native to East Asia, particularly China, Korea, Japan, and the Far East of Russia. It's commonly known as balloon flower, and this refers to the shape of the buds. Indeed, as you can see, these are two buds of the flower, almost mature. In particular, this one has already a blue color, and this is, as you can see, the buds, while they are pretty small when they start developing, like in these ones. I'll try to focus. As usual, my okay. Yes, and that's it. Yeah, you can see how the buds are developed still pretty small, and already when small, there's already kind of balloon shape that becomes even more evident when they grow, especially just before actually opening up. You can see already in this bud it is divided in like 5 segments. The balloon flowers indeed have 4 or 5 petals, usually most commonly 5. The plant grows about 60 centimeters tall, so is about knee high basically, and 6 centimeters, about 3 foot, sometimes can grow up to 1 meter, and it's about 30 centimeters wide. The leaves are green, and as you can see, they are toothed. They have these kind of teeth on the edge of the leaves. The flowers, as I said, are blue in the wild form as well as the most commonly cultivated form in the gardens. However, there are also there are also some white varieties and pink varieties as well, and are also these quite common in garden center. The fact that the flower bud swells like a balloon is a characteristic of this flower, and as far as I know is not present in other flowers. There are some flowers that are kind of balloon shaped, but really they do never open pretty wide. Indeed, as you can see, this is a abutilon, where the buds also has a kind of lantern shape or balloon shape bud. However, when the flower is in full bloom, it is never wide open, as the balloon flower instead does. This is another close-up. I am sorry that really it's so difficult to focus with this light, but you can see the balloon shape, more lantern shape I would say, of the abutilon. The plant is a pretty easy species to grow in any garden. The plant is in bloom in summer, so between July and August usually, and it is hardy throughout the UK. Indeed, it's hardy down to -15 degrees, that is 5 degrees Fahrenheit, -15 degrees Celsius, so it can be cultivated really throughout the UK. This plant is deciduous, so it dies down in winter and sprouts back in spring, flowering in summer. It is a plant very easy to find not only in garden center but also online, and there are also in the blue form different varieties. The plant is a very easy plant to cultivate, and really it is most important anyway that it is in full sun, or like I'm cultivating myself in partial shade. Now it's quite early morning, so it is still mostly in shade, but the sun will start shining on this plant pretty soon. And the soil needs to be, as I said, pretty well drained, still ensuring some moisture anyway during dry spells in summer. The propagation can be done through stem cutting or also by seeds. Actually, this plant is very prone to produce lots of seeds. Indeed, as you can see, here I have already some seed pod developing, like this one, and they produces really hundreds of seeds, and indeed sometimes they self-seed quite easily in the garden. The plant is also a peculiarity of this plant is that it is also edible. Indeed, in Korea the plant and the roots are consumed as food, and they're used in preparation of several rice dishes or dessert, but also used as tea. The plant also contains saponins. There are some chemicals that have been found to have a medicinal effect, such as lowering cholesterol, and this effect is currently being studied. The fleshy roots of this plant are unfortunately very easily damaged. Therefore, it's very important that you do not move around this plant once you plant it in the garden, because really it doesn't like to be disturbed. Therefore, if you are unsure where to position the plant, I would recommend rather to place it in a pot and wait until you are sure that you find a suitable location for this plant. But the flower, as you can see, is absolutely one of the most gorgeous flowers you can have in the front and mid border. You see the star-shaped blue lilac and the very nice veining, especially in this light you can see even more the beautiful veining of this flower. Unfortunately, this flower, like many other species of the bellflower, the bellflower family, the Campanulaceae, is not fragrant. However, like the other members of the Campanulaceae, you can see that the petals are fused in the first half of the flower, and then they separate towards the end, giving this flower a beautiful star-shaped. However, in comparison to other bellflowers, as you can see, the bell of the Platycodon grandiflorus, the blown flower, is quite flat. It's not really a bell like in most other bellflower Campanulaceae the flower develop. I hope you enjoyed my video. If you would like to support my channel, would be great if you can please subscribe, so in this way you can also have updates when I publish new videos. And if you liked the video, please give us a thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, obviously please give us a thumbs down, and ideally I would love to know what you didn't like of the video, and in particular obviously I will read your recommendations and your advice and try to make my next videos better. Thanks very much for watching, and hopefully I will see you next time. Bye.